Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is for the KOS Sparta Elimination Tournament Featherweight Division. Out of the red corner, Dytavious Sanders.
The 4 seed and the 5 seed. Boy, Lorenzo, I tell you what, the 6 and 7 seeds have already won fights.
Yeah.
Either you run with us or you run from us.
Take your pick.
Almost through the first 4 eliminations.
Have an intermission after this fight.
Yep. Then we'll have an elimination boxing super flyweight.
Mr. Sanders in the ring.
Well, these 145-pounders are tall.
Yeah, very lean.
Out of the blue corner, Matt Yuste.
Matt Yuste. Got a cool entry song.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if you're going to go with a badass jam, this is it. Got a little bit of muscle to him, doesn't he?
It's like everybody showed up in shape for this tournament.
Yep.
Tail of the tape shows us Sanders the younger at 23 years old, the taller at 6'2". You were talking about the height. There it is. And MMA experience 2-0 for Sanders. No kickboxing experience, but 100 fights in boxing. Wow.
Wow.
We ought to expect something special for that. The elder, Mr. Yuste, getting ready to come into the ring right now, 27 years old. MMA experience advantage of 5-1. See if that plays out if he advances. As kickboxing 2-0.
This ought to be interesting.
Some experience in the ring tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds of boxing in the KOS Sparta Elimination Featherweight Division Tournament. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He is a boxer standing 6 foot tall with V10 gym from Aurora, Colorado, Dytavious Sanders! Fighting out of the blue corner, he's a freestyle fighter standing 5 foot 8 inches tall with the West Coast Fight Team from Auburn, Washington, Matt Yuste!
I tell you, we've got a lot of fights, and surprisingly, I don't think we've called Dytavious before.
Agreed.
With 100 fights. You'd have thought we'd have come across him.
Let's talk about a fighter that you're not going to be able to throw anything that surprises him. 100-plus fights. You've seen pretty much what there is out there.
Ooh, boy, look at those combinations, too. Ooh, look at left hands. Boy, all speed. I mean, he's 6 foot tall, but man, Sanders has got some speed to him. Measuring up.
Yuste looking like the more muscular of the two fighters, and definitely looking to load up on the power as Yuste.
Yep, there he's doing it too, getting inside. They're asking for the body. Boy, strike it back to the head.
Yeah, good counters by
Dytavious.
Sanders, and in the middle of his opponent's attack, he gets his own hands busy. Well done by Sanders.
Yeah, and that reach is playing an advantage for him too, JR. Boy, he doesn't like the inside. That's where he's got to win this fight, JR, if he's going to win it.
Agreed, and he's doing a good job of it, keeping Sanders in the corner for a moment.
Sanders' space is scary because his reach is so long and he knows what kind of punches to throw.
Yeah. Once Sanders gets his back against the ropes or into the corner, Yuste wisely goes to work. He knows exactly where he needs to be to make this fight turn in his favor.
Got a big back to him for 145-pounder too. Round's going quick with these guys.
I was just going to say, a fast minute and a half there.
Yeah. It was all action. Now it's kind of both felt each other out a little bit, looking for some kind of an advantage here. Yuste just misses barely.
A little bit of a slowing of the pace here at the end of the first.
Nice over right counter.
Now these guys decide to have a little bit of feeling out process.
Yeah, Sanders had a nice right counter there.
Yuste tells his opponent, good job, man, and goes back to his corner with a smile. Gentleman that loves to be in the ring.
Well, you can see where each fighter wants this fight. Yuste wants to have it close up, body shots. Dytavious Sanders wants it from the outside where he can use his distance.
Yuste, so much experience, he sees a lot of those, Sanders, so much experience, he sees a lot of those punches coming, but he's got to be careful of backing out with his hands down. He feels confident in knowing what his opponent's going to do, but needs to make sure he doesn't get caught because of that confidence.
You know, the toughest thing, and listen, I'll say it, toughest thing for judges is, you know, there's a difference between a punch thrown and a punch landed. And it's hard sometimes to tell. All right, seconds out, here we go, round two.
Yuste all smiles in his corner between rounds. Happily comes out for the second.
Sanders fires off that overhand right, can't get it. Yuste using that strength, can't hit him from behind.
And he didn't. It was moving toward the back of the head, but he didn't make contact with it. So good job by Yuste of pulling that punch.
Boy, he's got some muscle on him too. Yuste knew that he hit him with the left there.
Sanders acknowledged it as well.
Got him in the
And
corner.
again
There's
in
that
the
body
corner.
shot, then
Yeah.
up top. But I tell you, Sanders can get out of there.
Yeah, does a nice job of interrupting his opponent's combinations, does Sanders.
How much taller Sanders is. Sanders trying to find a home for one of those shots. But every time he does, Yuste comes in. Sanders gets one strike in exchange. Not getting multiple shots in, JR.
Yeah, Yuste ready to fire off as soon as Sanders comes within range.
There he goes. See, those score. Those body shots, those score.
Interestingly, Sanders elects to keep his back in the corner. Had a chance to circle out there, didn't take it. Now he does. Sanders, I don't think, looks fatigued, but just interesting to me that he just laid back against the corner and didn't get out when he knows that's where Yuste does his best work.
And this was a round that he needed to have. Close fight, but again, JR, like you were telling me, where are your strengths? You know, you got to know where your strengths and weaknesses are. And you do not want to be in a corner with a guy built like Yuste.
Yuste, yeah.
Yuste.
And even if you know that he's not going to knock you out, even if you know your cover's in place, when he throws a 10-punch combination and 4 or 5 of them land, you know, that's what the judges are looking for.
Yeah. I mean, he scored 4 or 5 times right there.
Yeah.
Left hook. I mean, I don't think that Dytavious has been hurt at all. But
I agree. Nobody's been staggered. Nobody's
Yeah.
really had their head snapped around. Nobody's been knocked backward. Just an interesting choice to
Yeah.
lay in the corner and let his opponent go off. Maybe he feels he's going to let him wear himself out, punch himself out a little bit, a little rope-a-dope, possibly.
I don't know, see the lats on this kid? I don't know if he gets tired. Like a side of beef. There's a shot.
Corner of Sanders saying, you got to let him go. Yuste staying busy. Wow.
Sanders coming back out.
Yuste like he's drilling on the heavy bag.
Yeah, Yuste's getting the volume in there for sure. Sanders trying to find the range, but Yuste's been tough to find. Nice shot with the left into the body.
Again, Sanders with his hands down as he circles out.
Sanders has got about 1:15 to try something here and try to get something. And
Yeah, Yuste so far in the third just outpacing his opponent.
ooh, snapped
There
his
we
head
go.
back with a big left.
Best punch of the fight.
Short time.
45 seconds left in this fight. That's not much. Fight right now in the middle of the ring. One jab, one jab's not going to do it. You have to have multiple.
Both fighters' corners imploring them to pressure forward and finish strong. Good defense by Sanders, but this isn't necessarily the best time to be showing off your defense.
No, definitely not. I think Yuste's comfortable right now where he's at. Oh,
another
big
good
shots
shot.
at the end.
So that's twice in the third round that Yuste was able to stagger the footwork of Sanders. Definitely the more telling two strikes of the fight shown by Yuste there in the third.
You know, we have the possibility of a 5, 6, and 7 seed moving on.
Something else.
You could have the 2, 3, and 4 seed beat. Wow.
So all of our boxing matches go all 3 rounds. Everybody putting in a bunch of work.
Yeah, I think we have a stoppage in the first one. Montez, didn't he stop him in the second round? I think Montez stopped him in the state, waved off. I think it was the second round.
Okay.
That's the only one. The other 3 went the distance. Who's the number 1 seed? He looks like a strong number 1.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens when it comes to kickboxing. We'll have an intermission after this fight. Then we'll get set for one more fight. Then we'll get to the kickboxing part of the action.
Mr. Stewart making his way into the ring. Let us know who we get to see up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have scored this bout 30-27 in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Matt Yuste!
Congratulations, Mr. Yuste. Gonna head into the back, grab himself a little rest, and come out where he can do a little punchy-kicky time.
Yeah, it'll be kickboxing next up as we're down to our final 4 fighters in the King of Sparta tournament.